All right, now that all the hype and buzz has kind of died down from all the new Halloween props at Spirit Halloween, I wanted to rank them in order of how impressive they are. I went in depth about reviewing them a few days ago. If you can go back in the archives and check those out. But in all, there's 13 new props, and some of them are great, and some of them, well, not so great. But anyway, here's my breakdown from 13 to 1 of the most impressive props that we've seen so far. There are more coming. So number 13 is Eternal Rest. Now this is kind of just an animatronic tombstone where the head at the top of the tombstone, the eyes turn red and it turns around. It's not really that impressive. And for $140, I feel like they could have done a whole lot more. I've seen better. And, this is not for everybody. It's all subjective. If you like it, hey, go get it. Anyway, number 12, Gordo, the pumpkin prop. Now, it's kind of neat. I like the concept about this. A pumpkin that kind of rises up and you can see the guts on the inside. It makes a creepy looking face. It's $149.99. And it's not my cup of tea, but I could see how it could appeal to other people. So number 11 is the creepy rising doll. So a few years ago, we had a whole bunch of those little dolls that they put out. They're around $100, and they look creepy. But to me, it wasn't really my thing. They've kind of gone all in on this prop, and it's, it grows to be 5 foot tall. So it's still kind of neat in concept, but it's not my thing. So those are $229.99. I feel it's a little overpriced, but some people are going to jump all over them. The Grave Watcher, speaking of creepy dolls, this here, it's not my thing either. It's not my cup of tea. But I've seen people online on Facebook, they're buzzing about them. So if you like it, hey, go get it. But $79.99, the Grave Watcher, I feel there's better options for your money. So number 9, Leatherface. I'm a big fan of those Texas Chainsaw Massacre films, but honestly, I feel like Leatherface is kind of overdone. I think Lowe's is doing him, Home Depot's doing him. There's several different places you can get him this year, and I feel like that whoever owns the rights to him, they're just selling them out like candy. And so that's why you see the very expensive price tag, $349.99. Realistically, that should be around $249, $299. But because they got to pay the rights to make a profit of the face, he's a whole lot more expensive than he should be. So $349.99 is what you're looking at for Leatherface. I think there's better options, but hey, some people love the film. They may jump all over him. So number 8, speaking of licenses, Slim from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, $399.99. That's a little bit pricey. But, if you love that cult classic film, I could see people handing over their money like that. He's very well done, but full transparency, I'm not a big fan of that film. I think he's a cool prop, but I would save my money for a few other things higher on the list. So Poor George, number 7. He's $179.99. He's kind of a cool, unique clown that's been cut in two, and that's why he's half price, because you're getting half a clown. Still, it's a neat prop, and if you like clowns like I do, he's definitely somebody you want to consider to add to your collection. One of the most underrated props I found is Dagger Mike. I really like him. What's creepier than a clown? An eerie kid clown holding 2 knives. Seriously. $169.99. It's about right where it needs to be as far as the price point. Dagger Mike, he's a smaller prop because he's a kid, so he's a little bit less, but still, I think he's eerie. I think he's cool. It's a neat concept. I'm definitely digging Dagger Mike this year. So number 5, Blackheart. $299.99. It's a little pricey, but, I'm kind of torn on this one because he's a cool concept. He reveals the creepy wife inside of his cloak. But we see these creepy Reaper props every year with different takes, different twists on them. So it's cool and it's fun to see them take this prop out and do something with the Reaper concept. But it's kind of overdone. But on the other hand, I see why people may like this prop. So if you want to bring Blackheart home, $300, that's what's going to run you. And number 4 is the Crypt Keeper. So we saw the Crypt Keeper a few years ago, and he's a classic character. $400, $399.99. He's not cheap, but he's going to be very popular because Tales from the Crypt was a hugely successful series back 20, 30 years ago. So I've seen people buzzing about this prop, and he's definitely worth it. he is small, just like he is on TV. So just keep that in mind when you spend $400. You're getting a very, very small prop. But then again, you're also getting the Crypt Keeper. So number 3 is stilts. You know, if you've been watching these YouTube videos or following animatronichalloween.com, you know big clowns, that's kind of my thing. And stilts, he's a great big clown. Just like he says, he's 7 foot tall. So $349.99, that's about where he needs to be. You know, I'd like to see him $299.99, but, you know, can't always get what you want. And also, you got to pay for that oversized shipping fee for pretty much everything on this list. But still, he's a fun prop. He's larger than life, and I think he's going to be really popular. Number 2, Little Jack Carver. Now, this guy really surprised me. I first saw this, I thought, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But the more I looked at him and more I watched videos, Little Jack Carver, he's pretty impressive. And the thing is, he's eerie. He's menacing. He's kind of creepy and scary. And that's what Halloween's all about. So that's why I put Little Jack Carver here at number 2. And also the price point, $169.99. He's not that expensive. So I feel that price point wise, Little Jack Carver's about where he needs to be. So number 1, I mean, no big shock here. The one prop everybody online is going nuts for is Death Stalker. So Death Stalker, he's a really well done prop. He's straight nightmare fuel. Reminds me of something out of the old Alien movies, but combined with a Reaper. I don't really know. It's hard to explain. But he's $279.99, and by all accounts, he's sold out. Now, I imagine Spirit Halloween will be getting more inventory in pretty soon. But Deathstalker, he's definitely created a buzz online. And what's fun is we have all these 13 props, and there's still, I think, half a dozen more, if not more, that Spirit Halloween's going to be releasing here in the next few weeks. So please like the video. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And let me know what you think in the comments. I want to know, what do you think is number 1? What's number 13? Please let me know. I think it's intriguing. I want to hear everybody's opinion. Because it's all subjective, really. I mean, you may think Deathstalker is not that good, and you may have your heart set on Gordo. But leave me a note in the comments and let me know. It's always good getting feedback. And we'll be back pretty soon with more videos. Thanks, guys.